So for today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a step-by-step tutorial on how you can create these super simple, super minimalistic cartoon sketches using your iPad 7. For those of you who haven't seen any of my other iPad videos, I will go ahead and link all of them up in the iCard as well as in the description box below. But at the beginning of quarantine, I bought this iPad, and little did I know that it would change my whole entire life. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help the growth of my channel. Also, if you're not subscribed, definitely make sure to do that right down below as well, and leave me a comment letting me know whether you want to see more videos just like this one. So with all that being said, I'm gonna stop talking. I hope you enjoy, and if you would like to see how I digitally design using my iPad 7, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to go ahead and open the app Procreate. This is the app that I've been talking about, and this is the app that we are going to be using throughout this whole entire tutorial. As you can see here, these are a few of the drawings that I have already done so far. A lot of these more detailed family portraits and pet portraits I do sell over on my digital design Instagram, so I will go ahead and link that in the description box below. But for today's video, we're going to be focusing on drawings similar to this one. So the very first thing that we're going to do is click the little plus button up in the top right hand corner, and the dimensions that I typically use is 3000 by 3000. So prior to this video, I did go ahead and Google search a couple of different images that we are going to be drawing today. So I'm going to go up to the top left hand corner and click on the little spanner. That will then bring up this page. I'm going to select insert a photo, and I'm going to go into all photos and select the picture of choice. So I downloaded this picture of hands just because I know hands are like a really common thing, especially for this type of drawing. So what I'm going to do is just play around with the layout of this. I can also go in with my fingers and drag it around like that. So for this particular drawing, what I want to do is focus on this hand right here. So I'm going to go in and pinch and pull until I have it kind of centered in the middle and looking the way that I like it. Then what I'm going to do is go up to the top right hand corner, and there's two little squares that kind of overlap each other. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to create a new layer. So what creating a new layer does is kind of just like adding a clear sheet of paper over top of the layer that we've already done, so that if we make any mistakes or anything like that, it's only going to erase what we have on this new layer, if that makes sense. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is select the paintbrush tool, which is the first one up on the right hand side. I'm going to make sure that I have selected inking and that I am on Studio Pen, which I am, and then I'm going to go across to this little bar over here and select the brush size of 8. Now choosing your brush size is really important when determining how much detail you want in a drawing. For this particular one, we don't have a ton of detail, we don't have heaps of little lines that we have to draw, so I am going for a bigger brush size. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers to pinch in and out, and I'm just going to start outlining our drawing in this black pen. One really good thing about this particular pen as well is the fact that if you press really hard, you can see that the lines are super thick, but if you use lighter pressure, the line has the potential to be super thin. So keep that in mind when you are drawing. You don't always have to change the size of your pen. You can just use pressure to control how thick or thin you want the lines. Backspace those lines and continue drawing. The one thing that I have found to be the most useful when drawing these types of designs is confidence. If you draw with confidence, your design will look 10 times better than if you're worried about making little mistakes. If you're worried about making mistakes, you can see it in your pencil and your pen line. You can see the worry. I know that kind of sounds weird, but it's so true. So just go in and draw your lines with confidence. So now that we've got the general outline outline done, we can go ahead and start to add in a lot of the finer lines that you can see in the detail of the palm. So this particular point is where the heaviness of your pen or pencil really does come in handy. So for these deeper, darker lines, I'm going to press harder with my pen so that I can really distinguish that these lines are deeper. Then going along and finding the thinner, more faint lines, you can use a lighter hand when using your pencil and just sketch those ones in as well. I'm also going to go in and fill in the fingernails. So the very last step, if you want to stick to a very simple black and white design, is to go ahead and turn off the first layer, which you do by unchecking the little box that is ticked on the right hand side of that layer. And this is the final design. From this, you can go ahead and add whatever you want. I've seen so many different designs in terms of this hand drawing, especially at the moment with Black Lives Matters. You can do absolutely anything. For me, I think I'm going to go ahead and save this one how it is, and then I will show you how you can add color to this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click gallery up in the top left hand corner. I'm going to press select, then I'm going to select the picture that I want to save. I'm going to press share, and I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Save image, and then when you open up your photos, your image should be right there, ready to go. Now that that one is all done and ready to go, I'm going to go back to Procreate, and I'm going to go back into our design, and I'm going to show you how you can add color to this. So if we head up to the top right hand corner, there is a black circle there. This is the color of your pen. So I'm going to click on this circle, and I'm going to use my Apple Pen to slide this little circle around to find the skin tone and color that I want for this hand. So once you've found the color that you would like, click the little circle again to get rid of that little drop box. And I'm going to use my pencil to drag that circle over and into where I want the color to be. As you can see, I've dropped it and it has turned that whole entire surface area brown. So as long as all of your black lines are linked up together and there is no open gaps, this should be able to happen for every single section of your design. This works exactly the same as if you are just tipping a paint in on the ground. If there's any cracks and crevices, that paint is going to leak out into other surface area. So from here, you can go ahead and do whatever you would like. Whatever message you want to send. I'm already getting a ton of different ideas for what I can do with this. I think what I want to do with mine is wrap a LGBTQ pride flag around it, just because at the moment it is Pride Month, and with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, I feel like the hand could symbolize the Black Lives Matter movement, and then the pride flag could easily symbolize togetherness and unity and being proud to be who you are. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and draw that off camera, and I will put the finished product on the screen. It's not going to be anything other than what we've just done now. I will probably overlay a pride flag, trace it, add the color, and then just kind of meld the two drawings together. So that is kind of the general idea. It's not exactly what I had pictured in my head. I kind of wanted it to wrap around the fingers a bit more and show a bit more of the hand. But this is something new to me as well, like warping and wrapping things around another image. But yeah, that's kind of just an example of something simple that you can do using Procreate. Procreate is, like I said, one of the best apps that I've ever bought. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. It's only $14, I think, if you're in Australia, and it's worth every single penny. So this is the end of my video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. Again, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up right down below if you haven't already. I love you all so much, and I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.